Number one is, what is the role of marketing and the changing role of the CMO in the corporation? Big issue. It's changing a lot. Probably 50% of the CMO's role is not marketing. There are different roles and different requirements around change and everything else. Second one is the digitization of the modern corporation. And the issue here is not social media or touching customers, the interface. The issue is the entire company's changing. The structures are changing, the workflows, the process, the interactions. Everything we know about companies and organizations are changing because of digitization. And it's happening both on the demand side, on the supply side, and the integration of the two. Siemens has allocated $1 billion to this issue. GE has transformed themselves from a dumb industrial to a smart industrial using the Internet of Things and got rid of other business because they're betting on information flows and services and so forth. Third problem is getting customer insight. And here I'm specifically concerned about an insight. We always talk about information and knowledge and research, but that's not insight. Insight is knowing something that other people don't know that you can exploit to your advantage. The fourth one is omnichannel, and all I'm really saying here is there's many different touch points to customers, not under your control, some under your control. How do you make it all work together? And that's a huge, huge challenge. Global transformation of companies to be competitively dynamic, so it's called global competition and dynamism, and the idea is, how do firms compete now in global markets where the world's flat, information gets exchanged quickly? How do you allocate resource and do that very, very effectively? And the last one is, how do you balance radical innovation and incremental innovation? Drucker back in the 50s said managers need to manage in 2 time periods. They need to manage in the present and they need to manage in the future. How do you do that? Netflix is a wonderful illustration of this problem where they're running their DVD business, but it's all about streaming and they got to figure out how to make that all work. Well, how do you do that at the same time? How are you effective doing that? So those became 6, and then Russ added one other, which is the topic of organic growth, which is the book that I'm currently working on. So I said, actually, that's a good topic too. So those are the 7 big problems. Whether the right ones, we'll learn over the next few years, whether the right ones or not. But I think they're 80% in the ballpark starting point. And if we can get answers to questions like that, then executives are going to love to hear it. And I honestly believe, in my heart of hearts, that we can do things that can impact in a very direct way.